Last year at D-Day Cognac, Kevin and I both packed our haversacks with things like wool blankets and extra clothing, which resulted in making the packs extremely heavy. And that day on the beach, it was extremely hot as well. So Kevin almost died. He got bad heat stroke and had to be treated there on site by EMS. And I also got a lighter heat stroke. It wasn't as bad, but I was pretty miserable and almost passed out several times during the first battle. So we learned our lesson to not pack our haversacks so heavy because it's not a good idea. It's not safe. Running around on the beach with all that extra weight is just a bad idea. So as we spoke to other reenactors, we found out that they had been packing their haversacks with things like styrofoam or empty water bottles, just anything light to still give it the impression that it had been packed. So, because you can't be running around with an empty haversack. That just wouldn't look right. So that's what we're going to be doing this year, instead of packing big wool blankets and extra clothing. Just a recipe for disaster. So I'm going to make a quick run to Walmart and get some styrofoam and probably some tape as well. Yeah, sorry, I got distracted. Okay, so I got this foam board from Walmart. What I'm thinking is I'll just cut it up into sections and stack them on top of each other to make maybe about that thick. I don't know. Just enough to make it look like it's been packed realistically. So I got 2 of them, but I'm starting to think that 1 might be enough. When I was at Walmart, I read the price and it said $1 each. But then when I went to check out, my total was $25. So I guess it was incorrectly priced, but hopefully it'll be worth it. Okay, so I got all the pieces cut out. At least I think this will be enough. I'm gonna check the depth here in a second, but that should be good enough. Also, pro tip, when you're cutting, make sure to use a sharp knife because both of these knives were duller than Joe Biden's personality.
That is consistently higher than the percentage of the men who do so. End of quote. Repeat the line. Women are not without electoral and or political or maybe precise or political.
And it was kind of difficult to cut through the foam. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it all up in some of my extra special TRex tape found at your local Walmart. Not sponsored. Sorry about the lighting. I know it's crummy, but it's nighttime now and I can't get any natural light in from outside. So this is what we have to work with. You can see my shadow. Yeah, there's a dog. Yep. Okay, so I went ahead and covered the entire thing in duct tape just to make it somewhat waterproof, water resistant, and also to eliminate any white that could potentially be showing through the pack. Again, sorry about the shadow and the poor lighting, but there you have it. That looks pretty good. I think that thickness is about, I don't know if you can see that. Stupid lighting. Anyway, I think that thickness is pretty good. It looks all right. Looks a little boxy, but I don't know, it should be fine. Should do the trick. And it's also much lighter than it would be with extra clothing or a pack or something in there, or a blanket. So there you have it. I would highly recommend doing something like this if you're also going to be running on the beach in the heat, or even if you're doing the airborne battles, or if you're just reenacting in general. It's usually a better idea if it's going to be a hot day and you're going to be in the sun doing a lot of running. It's usually better to pack light just so you avoid getting heat stroke like Kevin and I did last year at D-Day Conneaut. So definitely learned my lesson that year. After that first battle, we ended up both packing our packs very lightly. We used empty water bottles that we found laying around, and that worked out great. And we both had zero issues with heat stroke for the rest of the event. We were both totally fine. So definitely pack light for your battles. But if you're doing parading or demonstrations, then go ahead and pack all of your personal items, or just pack your packs how you would, authentically, realistically. That's gonna do it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope it was somewhat useful, somewhat informative. I should have a few more videos coming up here of me just getting ready for D-Day and showing you how I go about packing and sorting and all that, because I've got a lot of stuff to go through and I've still got a lot to do. So I should just see you guys again in a video soon. And yeah, take care.